DuderManHomieBro. Welcome back. We are live. It's time. New guest alert. New guest alert.
What up, man?
We got the very funny, the one and only Alonzo Cantu.
Yeah, finally.
Salute. Welcome.
I think he's the first person to bail on us, too.
Twice.
Yep. I only bailed once.
I think he bailed once.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
It counted. It hurt so
It hurt
much.
twice.
It counted like twice.
It was like a double stuff, you know what I mean?
Well, I felt really shitty because it was I had just got back into doing comedy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's I think I either was like really hungover and slept through the actual time, and I think it was like the hour afterwards. I think I was too embarrassed to like say anything after
So you're
that.
going to do it
To
on a
say that you were
podcast.
hungover?
Yeah, or just to be like, "Hey, my bad." And I was kind of hoping that, but then that's what I'm saying. It was just weird, man. I had so much other shit. Not that this is like I hate that I was like that disrespectful because I know.
No, we're totally kidding though. Like,
No, I personally.
I was like, dude, this is having a fucking meltdown.
No, but I like the way that you guys do your shit, man. And,
Appreciate it.
Yeah, and all due respect and stuff. And it wasn't anything personal. It was just my own. It was my own demons. It had nothing to do with how I.
I carry around a lot of guilt and shame too. I get it. I can't. And just don't say nothing at all.
Yeah, who knows what he's putting in his mouth?
Hell yeah.
but yeah, we're in the new digs. We're in the trap house now. You missed the studio. We had a studio at one time when we were like
Scotty HQ.
professional and whatnot, but we're just like,
Yeah, no, I actually thought this was going to be like a Sopranos kind of thing where I was going to come in and Scott was going to come out of the
sit
closet
down.
and beat me to death with a bat or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more of a pipe man.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, you are.
So is Jakey.
Yeah.
Nah, man. But what is up, everybody? Thank you for checking out the DuderManHomieBro podcast, the DMHB pod.
Oh, yeah.
We're back at it. We're back at it.
Dude, I fucking love Sundays.
Sundays? Why?
Like, I mean, I hate the day itself.
It's a great feel.
But like doing the pod,
Yeah, on Sundays.
it's kind of I like the it's like something to look forward to.
Yeah.
And it keeps my ass fucking sober on Saturday.
How sober though?
That's it. Yeah, I was gonna say.
All right, maybe it doesn't. But,
yeah, dude. I was like,
How'd that track?
that's a lot.
well, because
dog.
usually like I already worked today. Like I drove to Austin and came back. I unloaded the truck and everything.
Yeah.
So I mean that kind of helped me not drink last night.
That's
I
cool.
think.
What do you do for work?
I'm just a whore.
That's cool.
No, I go to hotels. Thank you, brother. I go to hotels and I drop off shit for the
And he
ballroom
blows dudes.
in my box truck.
I drop off loads of men's asses. I unload
Asses,
penises
dogs,
into my
whatever.
box. And
Yeah.
dude. That's pretty cool.
That's cool, man. Yeah, thanks for coming on. You have your own podcast, the BFI podcast.
It's so
right?
weird not being able to press a button after there's I'm like, I keep on looking for a button to press. It's weird.
Oh, you got
Oh, you
drops
used to
on
be a
yours?
host?
Yeah, I got
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
What's your favorite drop?
It's always the studio clap, the clap, aced and all that. That's my
Yeah.
favorite. That's my go-to.
N-word.
Oh no! The funny thing is, though, I actually have a beeping sound effect that I could have used a lot of times for that, but now I usually just let those fly.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
That's why we don't have a camera on anybody, so you can never say, who was it really? You know, and I
Out
try
of
throwing-
context beeps.
Yeah,
it'd be
throw in an
funny.
accent.
Yeah.
It couldn't have been me. It was Drew Blues.
Yeah.
Usually is. He's a
drops-
big N-word guy.
Yeah.
Big
Right.
N-word guy.
Especially on my show.
Yeah.
Have you seen him in traffic? Jesus.
Yeah, dude. But,
We were in traffic right now. Did he tell y'all tell him about what you did to my truck?
I had forgot after I did it. You didn't even see it. I think Carlos might have saw it. I put a bumper sticker on his shit, and it said higher than Hitler's gas bill.
Yeah.
good one.
Totally forgot about it. I'm at work the next day, and it says Jakey5_ has like included you in his story. I was like, what the fuck did I do? I clicked it and said, I wonder how long this sticker's been on my truck.
How long
How
was
long
it
do you
on
think
there?
it has?
Yeah.
It was like, maybe like 24 hours.
Okay.
Dog, but I went places. Like, I used that truck as my work truck that day.
Yeah. Went to the
I got a
Jewish deli.
haircut. I picked up my son. I fucking
At school? Yeah, driving to school
people.
zone?
One person honked at me, and I was like,
He's
"They're
like,
not honking
yeah,
at me." I was like,
bro.
"What the fuck?"
Yeah, he probably gave a certain kind of salute out the window.
Jesus.
You're just like, yeah, hi.
He thought he was just waving at you. He said Heil. Not Heil? Oh, what? Oh, shit.
Scotty Prince.
Classic Scotty shenanigans.
Yeah.
That was fucking good. I'm surprised you forgot about that. I would have been sitting around like, oh yes,
I totally forgot.
it's unfolding.
I've heard about you doing some little pranks.
I don't think so. What do you mean?
This is I don't know. This is word around the campfire. So Alonzo's been around longer than me
Yeah.
in comedy. He lived at the Scarsdale house, which was Kool-Aid, Yarborough, Cantu, and who else? Jimmy?
No, so it was Joshua Pullen.
Oh, Pullen was the other one.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this is what I heard, that you had a book about triggering people.
A book about triggering people.
Like what to do with people that get triggered, like
Like
how
a
to trigger
how-to?
people. And one of them was like you had a PTSD part for Yarborough, and you would light off firecrackers at night.
What? I had a book about fucking. Oh, dude, I want to get this book.
That's what I heard.
Did
and
you
like
hear
he
that
would do
from
like
Yarborough's crazy ass while he was fucking nose deep in some fucking meth or something?
damn.
Hear that fucking shit from who told you that crazy?
Bro, I mean,
malarkey?
it was before I left Arizona, so I mean, this was like 4 or 5 years ago.
I have a book 40. Well, I had it. I always loan it out to people. 48 Laws of Power. You ever read that?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
but that's more like how to manipulate people.
And it's not even that. It's more of like how to spot other people manipulating you. I think you know what I mean. 'Cause-
Is that Robert
So you
Greene?
never had that book?
I don't know what the fuck kind of book that would even
Fuck.
be called. What is it called? How to-
Triggering for dummies.
yeah, exactly. How to, I mean, like, do you think it said set off? If the guy went from the military, set off fucking fireworks.
Yeah, and they said that you would bang on pots and pans at like 3 a.m.
No, well, one time, I
Damn.
used to do a lot of whippets back in the. I don't know why I'm saying this, but yeah, and I
Were you
used to,
like Steve-O?
a little bit, a little bit. Me and Steve O's life share a lot of parallels, but yeah. So and then but they were there the one time that I fucking I got really fucked up and I started beating up the. We had like a wooden it's like a sliding closet door, but it had like wooden planks on it or whatever like that. And I was like going after it with my fists. You know what I mean? Being really
Teaching a
cool.
lesson.
Yeah, I think that's what I was doing. I think that's what the whole bit was.
All the banging.
Yeah,
all
and
that
then
stuff?
Joshua came in trying to do a bit too, where he was like, "What are you doing?" and all that. But I think he was just trying to get me to stop, but going along with it too. We're filming the whole thing. I had to find. I don't know where that footage is. Hopefully, lost to the sucking sands of time because it's not a good time in my life at all. No.
Petty. Petty. Have you ever done whippets?
Just for
No.
the record, I don't have a book about how to trigger people. Yeah, no. Yeah, I thought Yarborough did all the triggering on his fucking own and shit. Like, that's a motherfucker that would
He lit
like.
fireworks while he was asleep, like
No,
time.
because he would be fucking flipping out. Well, dude, I didn't even want to get into that whole fucking house, but when I moved in, it was a fucking literal. It was like filth up to your fucking knees house and shit. And I like my first 2 days there was like filling up black trash bags. I think it was over fucking 40 big black trash bags. That could be an
Jesus.
understatement. And that was me doing that. And then they're like, "Oh wow, that's a cool place to live." And people started coming over and shit and hanging out.
Making more trash.
Yeah, well, no, it's whatever. After that, it was a little bit like whatever. But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, no, fucking, he would come up, like, you'd just be flipping out. But I mean, here's the thing. So was I. We both had fucking, like, fucking comedians and
Just
shit, in our
young,
20s
you know.
and shit,
Yeah.
getting fucked up and all that. And I'm not gonna lie, I did probably lose my mind a little bit, but I didn't. I remember I was writing on the fucking. Yeah, no, I kind of lost it there for a little bit. We had like a sliding glass. Closet thing downstairs, and I started like writing. I wouldn't call it a manifesto, but it was.
But others would.
Yeah, but I would call it like some sort of like laws of like how to get paid in comedy or some shit like that. Like rules that like
Just 12 laws
are
of power.
Yeah, some shit like that. But it was like one of them was like, "Oh, what's the budget?" That was highlighted. What's the budget? And then it was just certain things like that, like. And yeah, I'm sure a lot of it was heavily inspired by reading like 48 Laws of Power and doing a lot of drugs and shit. But yeah, no, that was kind of weird, and that was on the thing. But so yeah, there was I'm not even gonna lie. I would have believed I had a book like that at the time, probably. And shit, I was if I wasn't, maybe I was writing it, but like I said, I had no problem. Like, but that's what I'm saying. I really didn't have no problem with Yarborough. Nobody talks about the awesome rubber band fight that we got into, and everybody in the house was like, doing tactical rubber band fighting and shit. That was really fun.
Tactical rubber band.
How long were you in that house?
I
3
don't know.
days.
Yeah, right. It was a few months. I think it was a few months and shit.
I mean, it was a wild place to go to.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Yeah, no, it definitely was really stupid, but yeah, because I think I had just broken up with my ex because of my drinking and all that, and she kind of kicked me out. But as opposed to being like, oh, I'll stop drinking, I was like, fuck you, I'm gonna go live over at Scarsdale House, and that I think really fucked with her. And then I just like was like, oh, now I have my own because I had a job and I was making decent money and shit, and so I was able to afford the cheap ass rent there, and then I just did all the fucking drugs I wanted to do without any fear of judgment. And sometimes I drag myself out to a comedy thing.
Jake, have you done whippets?
No.
Yeah,
So like, all right, I see like the Steve-O. I've never done whippets.
Yeah. Well, you
But I've
never
seen,
done
like,
you ever
Steve-O
been to the
documentary. I've been
dentist?
nitrous.
Yeah, it's what it is.
Does it hit harder?
Yeah, well, it's like just nitrous oxide and shit. So you ever been to the dentist and you get laughing gas? That's all it is. It's just in a little fucking cartridge and stuff. So you're smoking weed, you're doing some fucking whippets, and then you just like fucking you go into video game world. It's
For
fucking
real?
great. Oh yeah, it's great, dude. It's awesome.
Y'all want to try an episode on
Like, what was that the same thing as like the dust cleaner? Or
No, it's not like that.
That's poor shit.
But you will get the Wawas.
Or what is
but you will get the
Wawa?
Wawas. You'll get the wah wah wah.
I love the Wawas.
What was?
Oh, yeah.
the whipped cream. Can you do?
Yeah,
it?
that's what it is. It's whipped cream. It's nitrous oxide.
Oh,
It's,
okay.
it's actually what you get is
Then I
they're called
have
cream
done it.
charges.
a lot.
Six pack of fucking.
Yeah, those things are fucking fun, dude. I used to do boxes of them. You know what I mean? Like boxes of them. I used to have a big, I used to have like the whole can set up, and I'd like put like 2 of them in one thing and just like, and I didn't even have a balloon. I would just fucking hit it straight to the fucking dome and shit. That was dope.
Jesus.
Does that just like get you high? Is it like smoking weed, or what kind of high do you feel? If
Well,
do
you
that?
get, like I said, it's I think it's kind of similar to maybe a Xanax high. You know what I mean?
Is it like last a long time, or is it like short?
Oh, it's very short.
Oh, so then
yeah,
you come
it's
back.
they call it hippie crack because it only lasts for like maybe a couple minutes tops. You know?
Damn.
Does it keep you wanting more?
Oh yeah.
Fuck
Oh yeah, definitely. It's you never have leftover whippets. You know.
You
I-
never
I-
had leftovers.
I never have leftover drugs except for weed.
Yeah, and that's because you can fall asleep and all that. With I mean, it's unless you just straight up passed out because I would do that and I would drink and do mushrooms. I'd just do all the drugs and then also do whippets on top of that. I thought I was figuring out the universe and shit.
Everyone does on mushrooms.
And I think I figured out a couple things, but then I looked into it and I was like, oh, I just kind of rediscovered Buddhism and like some kind of Hinduism
Fucking
shit.
went deep.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it really wasn't, but I was just like, oh, okay, well, because all the words that I had for it, it turns out they already had a word for it. You know what I mean? It was called Dharma or some other shit, and I was like, all right, well, maybe I should just fucking not do drugs and just maybe look at that shit because apparently, I
No, but
wasn't-
drugs
yeah.
are way funner.
It is. It's definitely, it's like, I discovered a lot of these ideas on my own, but then I was like, oh, this is some fucking great shit I need to tell the world. And then it's like, oh, it actually is it's just Buddhism or it's just fucking Hinduism and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good to get little spurts of clear-headedness, like sobriety. You know what I mean? Like no drinking, no smoking, and stuff like that.
No.
No. What's the longest time you've ever gone
What is it?
sober?
12 years. Then I turned 13.
That's such a cool answer.
I don't know. From what?
You can't convince yourself that it's a healthy thing. Like I'll take like a week off if I want my brain to like work a certain way or whatever, be sharp. But it's also just like you're convincing yourself that it's doing what you intended it to do. It's all faking. You could convince yourself that you feel a certain way.
Through a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like weed or drugs or beer? Or like, what do you
Anything.
mean?
Everything.
Oh, everything.
Everything. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
the
I'm
mind
not
is a
going to
powerful
drink
thing.
for a week, and then I'm going to be so much more level-headed and clear-minded that I'll be able to write more. But
Placebo.
no. You're just lying to yourself.
Yeah. It's powerful. Lies are powerful.
Well,
You know?
I definitely feel like I'm more creative when I'm not drinking and all that. I think that like if I'm finding other things to do besides drink, I end up like cleaning up things. I end
Is
up,
that your
like,
big problem?
Be productive.
What, drinking?
Yeah.
These days it really has been. Yeah, drinking's been my big one. Yeah, definitely. It's
want another beer?
Huh? Yeah, for sure. Please. I'm not even done with this one, but yeah, just to know that I have it will make me feel
Warm it up.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
And I just hold it close and touch it to my head from my rosacea face and just, oh, this is nice. But yeah, definitely drinking right now.
Getting
But
a beer belly.
So you started a while back. Did you move or something? Because like you had just
Nah.
came onto my radar.
Yeah.
Like
He's always
about a
been,
year
as
or
long as
two
I've known
ago.
him, 6 months in, like a year out. 3 months in, 6 months off.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to talk shit.
No,
But
well,
you're
when I
always like,
first
I'd see you
started-
for a while, be like, oh shit, K2's around. And then you just drop off for a
Look,
little
you
bit.
kind of saw me about like a few years already into it. Like when
Yeah.
I first started, like my first 3-4 years, I was like at all the open mics. I was like doing a bunch of them a day, you know, and just like whatever. And then I just was kind of like, yeah, I would just like maybe go through, you know what I mean? Like I'd go through a breakup or some fucking shit happened, you know, in my life or something like that would just like make stand-up comedy not a priority.
Yeah.
You know? And then I also like always, even when I'm not doing comedy, I'm always like doing like, I went through a phase where I was like making cardboard art. You know what I mean? I'm always like writing something, you know, somewhere and all that. So I always like, I could always just step back into it and
Yeah.
still, I'd be a little rusty, but I always knew that, okay, I just get back into it, you know, put some hard work into it and I'll be right back where I was and shit. And then so I kind of just quit altogether because I was just like, I was even thinking to myself, like, what is doing comedy and actually get paid? Like, go out on the fucking road and shit and be alone in a fucking hotel room.
That
you
is the
know?
best feeling
And
to
just
me.
like, I mean, well, yeah, but I mean, sometimes it's kind of lonely. It just seems like kind of sounding lonely to me, though, because, you know, unless I'm just getting a bunch of, you know, random strange and shit. But I don't know. That's never really happened for me in my comedy. I've never had, like, done a set and some chicks all like, wow, I want to fuck you.
It's not from the ones that you want. I'll say that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I've had a couple sets where like the chicks have been enamored with like whatever I was doing on stage, whatever, like actually my material. I was like going on some kind of rant about something, you know, in the moment because I was probably whatever, and then they're like, "Wow, that's so great," and just like, "Yeah, I am fucking great. Let's make out because I'm on a fucking manic high and everything is going Alonzo's way today."
Yeah, when I first saw you at Tandem, and I just thought you were like a new guy because like you see the regulars coming up, and then you just popped out of nowhere, and I was like, this new guy, what the fuck? And then like you had a really good set. I was like, damn, dude, like that was fucking impressive. To find out later that you've been doing it for years, you just take breaks and shit.
Yeah, no, I started in like when I was 21. So what is that? 2011 or something? What is that? What is
I don't know
that?
when you were
How old are
21,
you?
bro.
1990. So I'm trying to
Oh
think.
god, that's
yeah.
just like way extra math.
I know that's
now.
what I'm saying. So I'm trying to think. I think it was 2011, right? Is when.
Well, okay.
Yeah, that's 21.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I started then, and like I said, I was like, I hit it really hard when I first started, and then kind of just got distracted with
Dog,
drugs
that's fucking 12
and pussy
years.
and shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. I never stopped writing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like, that's another thing too. Is like I've been doing it for 12 years, and I have no fucking. I didn't even realize until I came back this last time to start asking for fucking money. I'd like never gotten paid for a fucking show. Like, you know, and I was doing shows
Oh,
not like a
willy
lot of
nilly,
them.
yeah.
Yeah, because I never thought to like fucking ask, and nobody ever thought to offer and shit. And then like I think it was like the first show that I did here. I think Ducky was like, "I'll get you $20, man," and I was like, "What? Okay." And then I started asking for $20 after that and shit. And I was like, "All right,
Found the formula.
yeah,
$20.
yeah, exactly." Fucking So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fucking. And even just now, I'm still just trying to figure out like how to actually get money the way that I want to get money from doing comedy and stuff. Like, I just realized if I sell a fucking t-shirt, I get a couple bucks off of that. So guys, go to badfirstimpressions.com. There'll be a link to my Etsy. You can buy one of my t-shirts if you want to support these guys. They'll get a taste because you know,
You
rising
fucking
water.
asshole.
Rising water raises all the boats and shit like that. That's what the club owners always tell you.
Bad
Is that a
first,
fucking fortune cookie?
bad first impressions. What's that?
So I do a radio show on Saturdays. It's a live call-in show. You guys can check it out. I'd love to have you guys on there. I'd love to have like a full,
Fuck
like,
yeah.
either like by yourselves or as the whole crew. I think it would be cool to have the whole crew. I got
Yeah,
you
man.
know. But yeah, you know, I actually it's going to be a year that we're doing it live next month. I started just doing the podcast in April of last year, so it's already been a year just doing it. But yeah, it's a call-in show. It's pretty fucking outrageous. I don't like to have the cameras on people because. Yeah, like I said, it feels more comfortable, and also I like to not like. Believe it or not, this is me being put together for the show and all that.
Yeah.
This is me put. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to shave.
This is not
shit.
Jeremy Brown falling off. Alonzo Cantu. There is a difference because that is
Jeremy Brown. Oh fuck yeah, right.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I can see that.
I can't unsee it now. So bad first impressions, like, is that the theme of it? Like, what does that mean? Like,
Well, it's
or is that just the title of the show?
it's the title of the show, but it kind of just works because first off, I do impressions and they're not really good.
I like
okay.
that.
Yeah, and then also I always people always have
Your Duck Easy was spot on, though.
no, I used to have a bit about but I stopped doing it because I think I got pissed off about it. But it was just about I'm really not good at impressions, but I can do Duck Easy really good. But nobody knows Duck Easy, so it's like my job. Not in a mean way, but I mean like everybody knows Duck. See, everybody knows Duck Easy. He's fucking real funny and shit. But I'm saying like. Nationally, you know what I mean? So I gotta get Duck Easy famous. So then now my Duck Easy impression, is now great. They're like, wow, this guy's fucking uncanny the way that he does this shit. So it's like, I need him to be successful so I can now be successful and shit.
Imagine if that happened. Like Duck Easy became successful just because all the people that were mocking him, impressioning him, and all that
Mocking
stuff.
him? That's what I'm saying. That's what he thought. I was mocking him. I'm not fucking mocking him. I mean,
No, I mean what was it? Impression? Yeah, impression. Yeah. I didn't mean mocking him. Why would you mock him?
Somebody say that type of bird. Wrong bird.
That's a good one. Yeah, no, and so and also, like I said, it kind of goes off the rails a lot. Like if you listen to a lot of the shows, some of them are. I try to shoot for at least 2 hours. Some of them go on for like 5.
I've seen
6,
3, 4 hours. I was like, dude, how you doing that?
Yeah, no, because I like. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think the longest one was maybe 6 or whatever.
Are you getting consistent people just calling in?
We're starting to.
Oh, yeah.
It's just one of those things. I need to like plug the number more. I'm like learning that there's certain things I need to start doing more. You know, back selling, call the number. I usually don't even have a topic to talk about necessarily. It kind of just goes in and out. So that's something I could work on. Like,
Dude, put the fucking phone number on the shirt.
Well, I don't need people to call me all the time because it's just my number.
Oh, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's your actual number?
Yeah,
You didn't
it's
get like a burner phone or nothing?
Fucking well, I can't afford that. That's expensive. I was actually looking into it, but they're like, it costs fucking, I don't know. But, I mean, eventually I'll have to, hopefully. Like, that'll be the fucking, that'll be the goal is that people actually be calling in random. Like, if I wanted to, I could just put the number on, like, fucking some website or some shit.
I put my phone number on the podcast all the time.
Yeah.
210-620-3831. Hit me up with your best memes.
Have you ever gotten a call that wasn't for the show per se, like a job that called you or something, like while you're recording?
Yeah.
No, but I had the idea. But I have gotten like radio show calls at my job before, or or like or when it wasn't the show, and I guess maybe they're just like watching an old episode or something,
Okay.
But
What do you say?
We're not recording, man.
You're like, shut the fuck up, I'm at work.
yeah, but
No, that's cool.
But
That's cool that you get like showing love and shit. That people call, talk about the show. It's
But I
fun.
did have the idea too, because whenever you like check your rates for insurance or whatever, you get a bunch of those telemarketer calls and stuff.
worse, yeah.
I was thinking about doing that and then just having all them call and just fuck with them on the radio show and stuff. Just like pretend to be like different characters and stuff,
Jerky Boy style?
Yeah, that'd be pretty fun. And like if we get some guests on there, we can have them do it. You know what I mean? We just.
I would be
I'd
totally
like, hey,
down
you gotta
for
call
that.
me back at Saturday. I'll be totally free then. Just
Yeah.
have somebody call me then.
Get George Rosales on there and talk about all the times he's hit a different car with his car that he's not insured for. Pap. Edit that. Anyway, someone say something.
That's not being edited.
Yeah, no, it's I like and like I said, so usually I try to keep it a little funny in the beginning. I try to have like a little bit of update of running storyline. I used to have something going on with my apartments, but now it's just so depressing that there's no resolution. They still haven't put the fucking mailbox door on my mailbox yet, so there's really no updates on that still.
Yeah.
Usually just me bitching about that, and we got kittens now. Usually the cats are. There's a whole lot of things there. I usually start off with that, and I talk about who's pissed me off in the scene. You know what I mean? And I
Who
kinda
has pissed you off in the scene? That's good. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like where your head's at, kid.
Yeah, and then
go there.
whatever, and then if there's a guest, I ask them how big their penis is. And if there's something in the news, I usually talk about that and try to, correlate some kind of conspiracy theory to it, and then I get really drunk about 2 hours in and shit, and it starts getting into like sometimes religion, quasi-political stuff, but usually religion. And then and now I got these group therapy cards, which really helps, kind of like just divert the thing to real pussification and stuff. And then I usually pass out around.
You pass out on the podcast?
No, I don't think I. Oh fuck! I don't know.
He's all snooping out.
I'll have to look back at. I don't think I've ever.
Bub's
passed
just all like,
out.
I'll just see myself out, I guess.
No, but usually but because usually just the energy of the podcast. But you know what? I think maybe on the Christina Quick episode, I probably did. I'll have to ask if Bub was here. He'd probably be able to tell. He'd be able to tell better than I
You had
could remember.
Christina Quick on? You had Christina Quick on?
Yeah, I had her and her husband on.
You know
and
her?
shit.
How big's her penis? No.
She used to show love to comics back in the day.
Man, she's great, man. She's she got a kid and shit, so she's doing the mom thing, and but now she's like kind of dipping her toe back into the scene. So.
Yeah, she's over the kid. She's like,
Tired.
fuck this piece of shit, I'm bored.
I mean, shit, it's been like fucking, I don't know, it's been like a fucking few years and shit. But,
Kid doesn't know jokes yet.
He can survive on his own.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's I try to keep it kind of loose. I'm gonna hopefully have maybe an eating contest between Bub and Rich from fucking BFR. But I just don't know what the stakes are yet. So there's really there's no stakes yet.
Oh, we could think of something.
That's what I'm saying. I got to think of something. I got to call his fucking mom something. I don't know.
All right, what we did.
Hair versus hair match.
I'll put a sticker on their car about Hitler or something.
No, what we did was I lost the bet. I had to get Grinder for a week.
Oh, I love that idea. See, man, you guys do some cool shit. I thought that was a great fucking idea. What else? You also did another thing where you're reading off of a script and shit. I was like, that's fucking smart. We should do
Oh,
things
it's gonna
like
be
that.
funnier when Pat does it because he's gonna do shit he has never seen before,
Yeah.
What?
and he's gonna read scripts for movies he's never read before.
Yeah,
Right.
doing monologues from movies I've never seen before. So like the whole inflections off and stuff, and I it's just an idea. I talk a lot of shit and I don't follow through. That's what I do.
Yeah, well, we could have ChatGPT come up with some shit. That could be funny.
I don't know what that is. I really
Haven't
don't.
got into it.
What is that? AI? Just,
Yeah, no. So
You just give him key shit.
yes,
So, Chat GPT is AI. That's no difference.
there is some theories about it. Some people say that it is straight up just computer shit. Some people think that there might be some Indian guy behind it, typing some shit sometimes.
They are quick typers.
What is GPC?
GPT?
GPT.
I don't know.
I don't know what it stands for, but like the basis is, I'd be like,
Yeah, it's I
Scott
got
and
the-
Pat friends, Pat Red
Look,
Hat,
so here,
both
check this out.
comedians, and it's come up with a whole story for it.
It's kind of like here. So I think I got it right here on my phone. Let me see if I got this.
Yeah, it's an AI chat powered by Chat.
But what
GPT. It's
what
AI.
does GPT mean?
I don't know.
I hate when people use like what is it called when you just do the first letter?
Acronyms.
Acronyms. And
GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformation.
not as impressive as I thought it was going to be.
GPTT.
Chat.
GPT is GPT is an acronym that stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformation. A GPT can take simple prompts in natural human languages as an input and answer questions, write poems, translations, blog posts, or any other style of human-like text.
All right. So let me see.
Do you think comics are using Chat GPT to write their
You
sets?
can't get jokes.
Let me see.
Yeah.
I hear it's not good at doing jokes. Let me see. Tap to start recording. Chat GPT. Let me see. Fucking hell. Oh yeah, it was listening. Tap to stop recording. Oh, Chat GPT. Write me a poem about Patrick Christopher and his long penis that he uses to fish. Let's see if it'll do that.
That's what you were doing on Saturday?
It is hooked. It does have a hook on it. So.
I'm here to help with creative requests, but I cannot generate explicit inappropriate. Well, then what the fuck are you good for, Chat GPT? All right.
So Snapchat has the same function. I said, tell me a joke. And right away, within a millisecond, it responds, sure, here's a joke for you. Why don't scientists trust atoms?
Why?
Because they make everything up.
That's a good one.
Because they make up everything.
Give that guy a fucking show.
Damn, you even ruined other people's jokes.
Damn it.
Jesus.
All right. I said, Chat GPT, write me a poem about Pat fishing. Oh, shit. There we go.
They wrote a fucking they wrote
Yeah,
a
it
book.
fucking knocked it out. In waters deep where ripples glide, a fisherman named Pat by riverside, with steady hand and hopeful heart, he cast a line of fishing art. Damn, this guy's got fire bars. And also he uses his penis. There we go, Chad. How hard is that fucking? There's that
Yeah.
penis at the end of it.
Don't
Sorry.
take out my penis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
What was the next part? It goes,
Yeah. Yeah.
His patient reigns of virtue strong. As time unfolds, he waits so long, like his penis. His rod held firm, a quiet grace in nature's realm, a tranquil space. He put his penis. There you go. I just had to add penis to it, but it didn't want to do it because it has no fucking integrity. You fucking piece of shit robot. It knows. So I'm sorry.
I put, can you write a joke for my friend Pat? He's a drummer. Of course, here's a drumming joke for your friend Pat. Why did the drummer go to jail? Because he couldn't keep a beat.
Why would he go to jail for that?
Yeah.
He couldn't keep a beat.
See, well, does it have something to do with like walking a beat?
Well, that cop walks the beat.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
thinking
so
too.
the drummer's not.
And he could
walking
beat
the
somebody and go to jail for that, but tell Chat GPT that it stinks and I don't like it.
He couldn't beat the case. Would be something.
Snapchatted a picture of my asshole to show my displeasure. That's what I think of your joke, Chat.
Would you do that on camera?
I don't care.
Had a picture of my asshole to show my displeasure.
I've never sent it to nude before. I wonder how that would respond.
Dude, that's a great
Write
point.
a joke about this.
I think you already did.
I'm gonna send her a picture of my nipple, see what it responds.
No, but,
So what do you think of these?
What the fuck are we doing
I don't know.
here?
I'm sorry.
Sexually harassing the robots. Look at this horribleness. That's why I don't like the fucking camera.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's not as bad, man.
Nice.
What are you, a Serbian?
Yeah. If I ever get the money, I want to get that surgery that Adam Carolla got in his hands to fucking not have sweat pores anymore.
I think you could just put Botox in there.
It's weird.
I thought about that because I sweat, whatever.
Yeah.
But
see, he wears black. That's a smart fucking move. I should wear my black shirt, but
what I heard, this is a theory that Bruce Lee, he would sweat a lot, and he got the Botox injection. This was like in the 70s, 80s, Botox injections, and that caused him to have a heat stroke.
This wet thing?
Wait, but we don't know how he died, I thought.
I thought he got shot from
So
a bullet.
there's that. He
There's
got jumped.
theories
by
about that, but they're saying that's
that
one
was
of
his son Jet Li.
that's one of Brandon Lee.
Nice.
Solid.
I heard the
Solid.
laughter and I was like, go with it. Go.
But yeah, he had Botox in his armpits to stop the sweating,
Damn.
and so when he would be overactive, it would cause a heat stroke.
So like clog up, basically.
They clog up the pores, and so he had a heat stroke, and that's what possibly killed him.
The one thing he couldn't fight.
Bro, like
glands.
I've listened to like documentaries with him and shit. He was the first one to start doing like shock therapy.
Be like water.
Like the shit he would eat, protein shakes, that was all him.
We have him to blame for all that horse shit. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then his son died.
No, he died first, and then his
Yeah.
son died. Yeah. I like that movie, that Enter the Dragon,
Enter the Dragon, yeah.
the documentary of Bruce Lee.
Oh, with the isn't there like a big like samurai type dude that he has to fight at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, that fight scene was sick as fuck.
Yeah, that
And
was
his
a
kid's all crying.
a
And
nightmare
the samurai
that
starts
kept
fucking chasing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
That
think I've
we
seen
got
it.
kicked in the back. Check it out,
I
bro.
don't
It's
think I've
worth
seen
it.
it. I don't think I've seen any Bruce Lee shit, actually.
Enter the Dragon's the shit.
Yeah, I think I've only seen that one where he's on the boat and all that, and he goes to like the fighting tournament. But I think he's also like an undercover cop or some shit.
No, that's Jean-Claude Van Damme and
no,
Forrest Whitaker.
No, I'm talking about the fucking Bruce Lee movies.
Steven Seagal.
Yeah, and I forget what it's called. I think it's Enter the Dragon. What's Enter the
Is that
Dragon?
the one with
about?
Chuck Norris?
How to Train Your
Damn.
Dragon.
What? Yeah, exactly. We're
The-
fighting
I-
hairy ass Chuck Norris.
One of the guys was a cop, not Bruce Lee.
I thought Bruce Lee was like an undercover
Nah,
guy.
Bruce Lee was just holding it down for the squad.
You're
Was
talking
he?
about Rush Hour.
You guys ever seen the original Drunken Master with Jackie Chan?
I don't remember. It's been
So
like 20
fucking
years.
good. I was just watching it on Tubi the other day, and I was like blown away by how fucking
How high were
funny
you?
it was. I was fucking. I think I forget. That's a great question because I watched it really fucking high, and I was like, I gotta watch this again sober,
Yeah.
to see if it's really that good. And so that's a great question, by the way. Yeah, so I was pretty high But it's still held up. I think I watched it like 3 times that week.
Nice.
It was so fucking good.
Have you ever tried those alcoholic whipped cream dispensing things?
Yeah,
Nah.
I did.
Does that get you more fucked up if you do the whip it thing with that?
Oh wow.
That's a good idea. I like
my
that
interest.
idea. Yeah,
They made like whipped cream with alcohol in it.
Really?
By the way, this
Yeah.
guy's thinking. This is genius.
Yeah, dude.
Um,
Let's try it out.
But you know what I fucking learned? I was watching that Drunken Master shit. And I think it was about the 3rd time that I noticed that. I noticed it right away, of course. But one of Jackie Chan's masters has this big ass fucking hairy mole. Can I get another one? Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, if you have another one, I'll
Big
take it.
ass fucking hairy mole with this like long ass like bunch of hairs growing out of it and shit. He's always like twisting it. You know what I mean? Like twisting the fucking mole hair. And I was like, you know what? I bet. You son of a bitch. I don't want the Steel Reserve. Come on, man. I gotta drive home.
All right, so let's make a deal.
Don't be a bad host.
Drink it
dude.
to right there, and I'll throw away the rest.
How about you drink it? You're the one that bought it.
I didn't buy it.
Okay.
It was a domino night. Hood people come over. Actually, my homegirl bought this, Lauren.
Oh my god, that's such a throwback, man. I used to drink. Yeah,
You
I
wanna
used
try
to
it?
drink. Fuck no.
Like a sippy?
No. Dude, I'm already feeling sick just from
Thinking
from
about it?
work. No, just like I just been feeling sick just from work, and then I killed that fucking 10 piece of the chicken nuggets. I don't want to fucking turn this into a bad night. I mean, I'll taste it if we're doing a taste test. If we're doing a flight of malt liquors, I'll do. Yeah,
Flight of malt liquors. That's the title.
Dude, this looks like fucking poison, dude.
Jesus
It
Christ,
is.
dude!
This looks
yeah,
like
it's like
fucking
bubbling.
gasoline. What the fuck is that, bro? That's crazy.
A little smoke cloud with a
Y'all
skull
want
and
to try
crossbones.
it? I say we
came
all
out.
try it.
Oh wow, it smells like spiked pineapple.
Yeah, well, yeah.
What the fuck is even a spiked pineapple?
Oh,
Well, I guess a pineapple's all pineapples are spiked when you think about it.
That sounds like a racist term. You fucking spiked pineapple.
Holy shit! You bring a spiked pineapple into this house?
How do you get pineapples?
What do you mean?
I've never seen like a pineapple tree.
Because you don't live in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Can we all try Steel Reserve?
Put some more in there, bro.
Spiked pineapple. I got a whole thing.
Respect.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, we're
I
gonna
just
try
gave
it?
them little
All right, let me
samples.
see.
The
Thank
dirty
you.
boys. The
Dirty
dirty
boys.
boys.
Bunch of spiked pineapples.
You gotta. First off, you gotta take the bouquet. You gotta be a
Gotta get the
sommelier
end.
with it. You got.
Oh,
It's
that's
actually
in
not
the
that
back.
bad.
That's
really-
in the back.
It's really not that bad. As I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not offensively overwhelming. Just right away, you know. It's
The
There it is.
The aftertaste. Yeah.
My tummy hurts.
Yeah. Yeah, you swish it around. You're a real Somalia gay.
This guy's a fucking Somalian over here.
Somalian over
Regular
here.
fucking Somalian over here.
Nah, man. So you brought on Bub Jenkins. Bub Jenkins is your co-host on the BFI.
Compadre.
Yeah, I was gonna invite him over here, but I'm like, you gotta let me shine, bub. Sorry about that. I was probably waiting for the invite, but I was like, nope, not this one.
Bub's good people. It's just so funny how he has to like nobody believes that he's half black.
Oh yeah, no, it's pretty great.
I don't believe he's half whatever the other half is.
Yeah.
Whatever that Asian.
I don't know
is.
if it'll hold up in court, but that's why I got him on the show. And it cancels out all of my racisms. It's so you know.
Isn't he
for
Japanese?
me.
He's the perfect person. If you're gonna say something racist,
Yeah.
he's the perfect person to have in your corner
Dude, Bub
because
is.
he will vouch for you and say it with you.
Yeah.
I'm half
Oh,
black,
dude, where's
actually.
my fucking? You got anybody got a lighter?
It's on your shirt.
Thank you.
It's under the pit.
It's under my fucking gut. Yeah. But
Good
yeah,
eye.
no, Bub is like seriously. I'm busting balls, but he's like seriously.
I dig
great
Bub. I dig the
co-host
fuck
and
out of
shit.
Bub.
Dude, he's always like been super nice to me ever when I first met him, and then when I used to do the podcast like solo, but I just have a guest come.
Yeah.
in. And then a couple times I just like wasn't in the mood for fucking booking some people, or like I just wanted, and then he just like would show up. I think like 6 times in a row or something. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put your name
Just
in
stay.
the co-host thing.
Yeah.
you know?
While you're here, you know.
Yeah, right. But yeah, he's great. He actually remembers a lot of shit from the show that I don't. So he'll like bring it up, and he'll.
Well, I don't
remind
think he
me
does anything, does he?
What do you mean?
He doesn't smoke, does he?
Doesn't smoke? Yeah, he doesn't smoke. He doesn't drink. Really, I mean, it's so funny because he gets like offended when I say that. He's like, "Oh," it's like, no, you don't. Yeah, he
He
might,
gets
like,
offended when you say he doesn't drink or
yeah,
smoke?
exactly. Yeah, because he's like, "I'll fucking drink," and it's like, but you really don't. But, yeah, which is like not a bad thing. It's like a
Yeah.
good thing, but it's just like you know, he really doesn't. I think maybe I've seen him drink like a Miller Lite once. You know,
Yeah, I
something
think I
like
seen him
that.
drink a beer at the beer
Maybe
garden
take
or
a hit
whatever.
of weed one time or something like that.
Oh, I
you know?
did smoke with me, him, and George. We smoked outside.
I've never seen him inhale though.
Yeah. Bill Clinton.
Is there anyone in the comedy community that's pissing you off now?
Nah, I already got the dude. Oh man, I had such a bad fucking show. Not this last Saturday, but the one before that. I brought in so much like negativity from just like my job, and then I just went off on a whole fucking thing. So if you want to listen to my negativity, it was a couple shows back and stuff. But no, man, honestly. It's really kind of a childish thing to have any kind of beef with people in the comedy thing. Really,
I agree.
It's like I really I kind of get butthurt when people do something or whatever. I'm like, oh, that's kind of a weird thing, But at the same time, it's like, well, I probably said a million things. I'm not remembering it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of times I'll be like, it was probably something I did.
What do you
Let's
think
keep
of
it
the
moving.
comedy community now and like from when you first started? What have you seen? What has gotten better? What's gotten worse? Stuff like that. In your opinion.
A great question, man.
That's what we do.
I think that it's a lot nicer. You know what I mean? I think that people are a lot more inclusive.
Like people don't ball bust no more, or what? Or what do you mean by nicer?
No, people ball bust still.
Back then, we didn't have any gays.
Yeah,
It was a straight race.
I'm trying to think. It's like people, and it seems like maybe back in the day. Yeah, it's really hard to say, man. I really don't necessarily see much difference. I think the comedy scene's the comedy scene, like obviously like the clothes change and shit and tastes kind of change, and what people were saying like you should be doing 10 years ago is not what people are saying you should be doing now. Like back in the day it was like, oh, you need to have a this, you need to have a that, and now it's like you need to have a this and you always need to have something. You know what I mean? You always need to have a new thing. You always need to be like on top of something. There's always like some shit like that. And also you also notice that the same kind of people are always going to like rise to the top. Like some people are going to come in with a certain kind of way of carrying themselves, and and you go like, oh, why is that? It's like because they don't get fucking drunk all the time and harass people, and they fucking they kind of and they hold themselves up and kind of treat it like a business and stuff. So if you see certain people treating it more like a business and other people treating it more like a clubhouse, you can kind of see, some people are funny enough that maybe they'll treat it like a clubhouse and they can get away with it for a while, but at a certain point, it's like even they go, okay, well, let me try to figure this shit out and stuff. I always tell people the main thing is, try to start a mic, because if you start a mic, it kind of gives you the other side of actually doing the hosting thing, and, try to book shows and stuff, just kind of see both sides of it. I guess this day and age, you're supposed to have a podcast, but I don't think necessarily everybody needs to have one, but I don't know.
It's just a good way to promote, or it's a way to promote and stuff. There's TikTok, there's, Reels, there's YouTube.
You seem really good at that. Like, do you like write the text out and all that shit for each one of your clips and stuff?
It's all in the app. I just put, do the captions. AI does it.
See, you got to show me that after this. Or, I mean, maybe you don't want to, but...
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, it's InShot. Anybody InShot?
InShot?
Yeah, there's a direct something that somebody tried to hit me on. The guy that does Chingo Bling's videos, he sent me this one thing, this one app, but it's so advanced. It's so advanced.
See, do you think is that what that dude only does then?
InShot? I don't know. I mean, he's good at it. He understood the science of it, and I'm dumb. InShot is so like it's MS Paint really for making clips. Like it's very user friendly. It's nothing fancy, but it gets the job done. What was I saying?
George Anthony told me something interesting about because it was on my mind about the scene and stuff, and maybe it was also. I probably viewed the scene differently 10 years ago than I view it now.
Yeah, it has to be
it's
different.
Really kind of hard to say. I mean, it is, but I have like different eyes, so I really can't necessarily say because how I saw it when I first came in there, I was very like, this is great. This is like Entourage. Really, every day is good. It's like I'm just one set away from, you know what I mean? Just whatever. And, and then as years go on and shit. And also, I think George Anthony said some shit to me one time where it's like, I think he got into comedy looking for friends as opposed to like looking at it as like a business. And I kind of agree with that. I think that I looked at it more as like a
hangout.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is fun. I mean, a lot of people get
yeah.
into that stuff just to have like a friends circle, a friends group and stuff. But it also they're getting in the way of people that are doing this for other reasons other than just looking for people to hang out with.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Even though I like to hang out and stuff, I was always like doing material. Sometimes I would get fucking too wasted and go up there and just be a fucking asshole and just like, troll. You know what I mean? Or whatever and stuff. Like do this set for me. Or I would call it like bombing or like, what was it? Like bombing at the audience on purpose or something like that. I had
Yeah.
a better way of putting it, like spitefully bombing or some shit like that. Where it's like, I'm not going to let you tell. I'm going to bomb on my own terms. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And, you know, that's just drunkenness and immaturity and arrogance and shit like that. So it's like, and, you know.
It's pretty much wasting your own time. Like, it's
Self-sabotage.
Self-sabotage.
Yeah.
You know, you think you're getting something out of it, but you're really just like, you drove out here, you waited.
Gas, the money to get drunk.
Yeah, and
All
then,
that shit.
and then you're gonna go up and you're gonna waste your 5 minutes. Like, damn, dude, like, why even do any of that then?
Yeah,
You know?
no, and that's what I was kind of telling myself. I was like, why? And that's why I kind of took a break. And the pandemic kind of did a lot for me, just because it kind of put everybody else back on ground zero. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Everybody kind of had to restart again at some level or another. And I was like, oh, this is a good time to come back in, you know? And
Did y'all hear that it might happen? Another lockdown might happen.
oh fuck, dude,
That they're already shutting down more schools in Kentucky and Texas
are they really?
because there's COVID outbreaks.
Nuh-uh.
That it might go back to Zoom and shit.
Man,
Yeah, we're not a political
If anyone's gonna
power.
benefit, it's gonna be him
you gonna do what?
Why?
because they're gonna have to send your ass back home.
Oh, yeah.
Alonzo, is there still people that were part of your class still around?
Oh, in comedy?
Yeah.
Well, I kind of came in at a weird time in between kind of like the class that was above me kind of just getting to that level.
Yeah.
And then the class that I came in with. So I really don't even know, but a lot of the people that I came in with or right around that time might have either died or, you know, lost
Like Tommy?
or moved away and shit. Well, yeah, but I wasn't even really in Munoz's class, I would say.
I meant Tommy
Voiles?
Voiles.
Yeah. I wouldn't even say I was in his class either, because he kind of came in like years after I was already doing
Oh.
it. Like, 'cause I was already, like I said, I kind of came in a weird time, and, you know, I really wouldn't even, really couldn't put like a finger on, who was, it was, I had a good friend named, you know, fucking Sam and shit. Like, I don't know. Sam fucking, I don't want to fucking say. It's Sam Welsh. Fucking,
Nah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like
From here?
Yeah. But it's you know, that's what I said. So I made Lawrence Clayton. He was a
Oh,
pro
shit.
skateboarder and
Wow.
shit. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I kind of was
I
doing it
forgot
around the
about
same
him.
time. Yeah, he was real fucking funny too. He should be doing it. Regis Velasco kind of came in around the same time
No
I came
shit,
in.
he's been around
yeah.
that long?
Yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. It's kind of hard to say, you know. Like when I came in, a lot of people were already kind of doing it, and it was just people were coming in and out so
Yeah.
much that it was kind of hard to be like, oh, because you'd think, oh, this guy's just started, but he's been doing it for 2 years before, you know,
Yeah.
or whatever. So it is really kind of a hard, like, I never really thought about it like that, the whole classes thing, but
See, I can't think of too many people that were in my class that are still around.
Yeah.
I had Eric Packard,
Oh yeah, Eric Packard's funny as fuck.
Jimmy Brewer.
Jamie Brewer's not around. Yeah, that's. That's a
I
good
guess
point.
Tommy. You could throw Tommy. Jeff Paoletta.
Yeah.
Andrew Harrison. Remember that he used to play the piano and shit.
Yeah. Well, also.
Then he ended up getting in a band.
Oh really? I think he
Yeah.
was a part of my El Kabong show, wasn't he? The piano kid.
That where?
He was the piano. There was only one guy that played piano, right?
He would do jokes while he played the piano and shit.
Yeah. I think he was a part of my El Kabong show thing. I didn't remember his name was Andrew Harris. That shows how fucking, you know. Other than that, I'm not really great with names and stuff, unless I like just see you all the time and shit. Especially,
Yeah,
like I said, it's just-
more. Yeah.
Yeah, especially like I said, during that time, you know, I was just getting fucked up with a lot of these people too. So
Yeah.
it kind of, and I was also
It's
hanging out with a
one
lot
big
of,
blur.
I was hanging out with a lot of the musicians too, actually. So I was like more, I don't know, it's weird.
Because it seems like back then we were doing a lot more music open mics.
Yeah, exactly. And I kind of wonder. I don't even want to tell people to start doing that again because
Actually, we're gonna go to 502 tonight, or I'm gonna go to 502 tonight.
Yeah, it's if I didn't work tomorrow, I was thinking about that because I've been to 502 for a while. They used to be the spot I used to go to.
Bro, you'll be done by 10.
It don't matter. I still like it's just whatever. It's the other thing. If I go up there and I do a good set, like that's another thing that I got to work on. I kind of have like manic,
Gonna ride that high.
manic shit. Yeah, well,
Not
it's,
go to a mic
well,
afterwards.
what?
Have like from a show to a mic, or like, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, or like just say I do a mic. Yeah, exactly. Like I'll do a show and like, oh, this is great. Then I gotta go do a mic afterwards and stuff. And then you're just like up all night and you're just like messaging people. You're just like whatever, and just it's kind of hard to make yourself come down and stuff. So I gotta go to work and all that. So even if like maybe I have a good set and I'm like, oh, this is really great, I'm not gonna want to fucking.
The adrenaline keeps you up.
Yeah, I'm gonna like, all right, let me have just a couple more shots, and I'm not gonna feel it because I'm just like so just jacked up on, like you said, the adrenaline and stuff. So
Until the morning.
Yeah, I'm trying to like help myself with that because that's even why some of the shows will go long is because I'll just like start feeding into it. Oh, we're having a good time. This is great. Let's
Keep the
this-
party rolling.
Let's keep the party rolling. Crack
yeah.
another beer and shit. Let's fucking keep this going. And so I'm trying to figure that kind of stuff out. Learning my own like self moderation and shit. Just for my own mental health mostly.
Yeah.
Bro, just take cash with you.
Yeah,
When the cash runs out, you run out.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely a good idea to do. But if I had that, it's like setting up willpower like that it is kind of weird just because I don't know, it's weird just because things could come up where I might actually need. You know what I mean? Like it always seems that happens when an emergency happens and I actually need to fucking.
That's the day you run out of gas.
Yeah, exactly. Or some shit, or like something like that happens, and I'm like, all right, well, because I'm too fucking cheap to have control of my own fucking money. Now I only got $20 on me and shit, and
Here's what I thought about doing: parking a mile away and putting cash in my pocket, but leaving my card in my car.
Oh, okay.
So like,
have
am
to,
I
like-
really gonna have to do that?
yeah, it's like you gotta like talk to yourself and hate
Like,
yourself.
there's
all
no
the
way
over
I'm
there
gonna
and
walk
shit.
to go get my card and then drive up. I just fucking dip.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm trying to find little loopholes away from this.
well, I mean, I don't
'Cause
want to give
sometimes
away
I like
all
to
my
party too,
secrets,
bro.
but yeah, a lot of times I'll go to a mic and maybe I'll bring a couple of my own drinks with me. You know what I mean? But,
Oh, yeah.
like, and,
Oh, yeah.
I know you still buy a drink there, because you want to support the bar and shit. But it's
Bring the
like,
sand to the beach.
No.
What's so funny?
It's like
dude?
bring free sand to an expensive beach.
What's so funny is like everybody's like the comedy scene in New York is like big. My only like drive to like want to move to New York is so I don't have to drink and drive. Like you can walk anywhere you go. There's public transportation. Like that's the only reason why I want to live in New York. And then comedy.
You never have to drive.
Yeah, dude.
yeah, New
Dude,
York
Pat is
cool.
so fucking responsible
Yeah, dude. No,
about drinking and driving.
no DWIs yet.
Good caveat.
Yeah,
It's-
man.
Me neither.
Again,
But I mean, like
But
this right here, Pat's done. And he can drink a whole lot more than that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But he's done.
This is my breakfast. I haven't had nothing today. And then to top it off with a spiked pineapple.
yeah, man. Hey, yo, respect.
You want some crackers or something? I don't know.
Yeah, nah, we got enough with Alonzo.
Hey, I was in Austin. I saw a homeless guy sign. It said, please be kind and spread some cheddar over this cracker. I was like, all right, that's a cute one, kid.
Yeah.
But then right after that, I saw a guy taking a shit in the street.
Nice.
Is anyone still around from when you started comedy? Do you remember like the first person you started comedy with?
We had like
or-
Joey, right?
They've either moved to Austin, but yeah, when Byers the only one that I wish was still doing comedy.
yeah,
I don't think he's still
no.
doing it. He was
No.
fucking funny, dude.
We were just talking about
Justin
him.
Byers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty sad that he doesn't do it anymore. But
No, he's fine.
Potter's,
He's got
fine.
a great job. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's
Him and
always
his
had
girlfriend
money.
got a great job. He's fine.
That was always fun. Like anytime we would be bombing, he was like, "Dog, I make so much more money than anybody in this room." Like he would just like diminish their existence and stuff. Like if a joke of his like bombed, he's
I
like,
love Justin. Yeah.
"I don't give a fuck about any of y'all. I make so much money."
I haven't talked to him in a minute, but we would always just talk on the phone and riff and shit, and just like even though he wasn't writing or doing comedy anymore,
Yeah.
He still
he'd
got
love
it.
it. Yeah, he'd still just like bounce shit off me, and I'd bounce shit off him and stuff. That's funny. I remember like I started like with Mia and like Jeremy Jonas. I remember Jeremy Jonas and I did like our first show together, I think at Tequila's or something like that. And we didn't know each other, and I was like, "Who's this old fuck?"
Damn.
Everybody's talking shit. Okay.
Yeah, and then we just started hanging and stuff. But I think, and then there was this other girl named Robin who started with us, but she moved to Austin and then she quit. She doesn't do comedy anymore. But I think that's like the only 3 or 4 people I remember starting comedy with, like at the same time.
It's like I give it like a 6 month, either 6 months before me or 6 months after me. That's one class.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. Like I didn't come into this like to make friends, but it is sad when you see people that like
You
are-
fuck with.
that you fuck with or that you think are actually funny,
Funny.
and then they just stop. I was like, damn, dude, like,
Yeah.
why don't you like this anymore?
My boy Jake Hayes, same thing. He was getting funny, then got married. He's like, you know what? I did whatever I could. I'm done. I just completely straight up stopped.
I was really depressed. I think that when I was talking about getting all like fucking emotional in that one episode because I was just thinking about actually one dude that I wasn't necessarily in his class, but he like kind of was the first one to be like, hey, I'm going to put you on a show. I'm going to kind of take you under my wing kind of thing. You know, introduce you to my friends and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, he's like in a bad place whenever I see him and shit.
Oh,
I try to
damn.
like coax him to come out and stuff. And then he comes out and I'm like, oh,
What are his
maybe you should have
initials?
stayed in. I'm not going to say.
Damn.
But, yeah, it's just one of the. But then also, I had another musician friend too that I used to hang out with. And I remember last time I went over there, it was just like, yeah, he was like fucking out there and shit, and then like thinking that I was working for the feds and like running me out of his house and
Damn.
shit. And then I tried to go back again, and he was just like, "Don't you ever come back again!" And through his fucking window, and I'm just
Was
like,
it drugs?
"Oh yeah, well, it's drugs and then religion." It's like it was weird because he used to be like kind of Satanist, and then he like decided
He
to
went
do,
the opposite way.
Yeah, he like did a fucking shit ton of fucking drugs, and then became
Saw God.
yeah, became Christian and shit. And yeah, I was just like, okay, that's bad. You know, that's not good. Let's try to maybe get you away from this pile, and let's just like go talk outside, get some air and shit. Yeah.
What do you think changes you more, drugs or religion?
That's a great fucking question.
That's a fucking banger of a question.
I think
I think it matters what drugs, not what religion.
yeah. Well, what changes you more?
Religion. But
Well-
if you do like
Good and bad. I mean, obviously there's good and
Positive
bad
and
changes,
negative.
but yeah.
Okay.
What changes you?
How about what changes you
irregardless?
quicker?
Drugs.
I think drugs.
no, I would think religion would be the one that changes you quicker.
nah, 'cause that's a
No
slow
way,
burn.
no.
Religion is
'Cause
a
it's a
slow
big-ass
burn.
book.
Yeah, religion. You have to.
I mean, how many
up
people
to
that are
it.
born again ever read the whole fucking book?
Yeah,
Yeah, but you got to find like your way to what talks to you.
Exactly. But
Whereas drugs, I could just do
you
a
could-
line and be like, "Woo,
you could
back
do,
at it."
yeah, one bad acid or
Okay,
mushroom
let's put it
trip.
this way. I guess you can say like drugs change your like your state, but I thought you were kind of more talking about like, oh, this person's like been doing drugs for so long that his brain chemistry is like rewired. He's like not even the same
But
person that you know.
Well, that can happen.
before.
That happens.
that you get rewired with religion too. You're like, oh,
That's what I
well,
was saying.
yeah.
I think it happens quicker with religion because it's like
I disagree. I disagree.
Maybe I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
well, that's my answer.
No, I mean, they both change you.
Yeah.
and
Because, well,
it
let's
could
put
be
it this way.
It could be quicker for somebody because, like, if somebody's in real need of like looking for something, looking for like a path, religion could pick you up very quick.
Yeah.
You know, drugs are kind of like the sneaky pickup. You know, because you don't know that you're looking for it. Maybe you just run into it at a party. Your friend suggested it.
It finds you.
and then it finds you. You know, alcohol found me. Cocaine found me. I didn't go searching this shit out, you know?
Well, I don't know. I think a lot of people like what they'll be like drunk at a motel and they'll see one of them Gideon Bibles that are in all the drawers and shit. So I mean, I think that's a good point because it's what's even interesting too when you think about it is like what are those religions that nobody has ever like? Oh, I'm a born again Jew and then I just fucking you know what I mean? Like change my whole shit. I guess sometimes black people do that now. Because they're like, oh, we're actually the
Born
real
again.
Jews, the Israelites and stuff, the black Israelites.
Shout out Clifton.
I ain't a Panther anymore.
Had to put that behind me, but you know, so it's interesting. Are we talking about religious fundamentalism? You know what I mean, like radical religion and shit. So yeah, I mean, I guess you can definitely. I guess there can be both of those ways, and that's actually it's an interesting question because
It is.
a lot of times when you're doing religion and stuff, maybe you like were raised one way. I think it's weirder to be raised one way and then completely flip. You know, I think some people can be like raised without God and then maybe find God or something like that. But I think it is easier to be raised with God and then find a crazier and crazier version of that Christian God or like a crazier preacher that's like, all right, now we all got to drink Kool-Aid because.
Faith is one thing they both have in common because like I need faith that someone's gonna save me, and then I have faith that this will save me, like fucking, you know what I mean, or something like that, or
That's deep.
That is
That's
deep.
deep.
I mean, I have no idea what you're talking about, but yeah.
Bro, he just hit you with the like, listen to the words, man.
No, because it is just salvation. Whether it's drugs or religion, it's just salvation. Like, you just want to feel
Cocaine
saved.
is my religion.
You know?
bad religion.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, well, I guess I like that one Ricky Gervais invention of lying. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting where like his whole basis or his whole like theory of that movie is that religion was invented to like basically get little kids to stop crying about grandma dying or you know what I mean? Kind of like usher somebody that's sick into
She's going to a better place.
Yeah, as opposed to being like, "Hey, you're about to die. There's nothing we could do. And we don't know what's going to happen."
You're done.
Yeah,
You're done.
So
Punch out one last time.
It's gonna be bad.
you've hit any treasure around. Maybe it's time to tell us about it. And
Yeah.
but
You wasted your whole life. You know that, right? That's pretty impressive.
Alonzo, what's the wildest drug you've done?
oh, wild. I mean, I don't know. I've never done like crack or anything. I've done coke and shit, but it's like
Heroin in the penis.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, I've done heroin before.
In the penis?
No.
Gay.
No. That is kind of gay. I'm sorry.
H in the P.
The weirdest,
without
like
the B.
wildest one, like where I was like, oh, this is like oh, I'm down bad. Was Pink Lady, where it's you get sterno and you put it in like a sock, and then you like put water through it and all
fuck
that.
is sterno?
And then sterno is like
The
the little
cans that they put on the heating plates, the buffets. It's the stuff that keeps the food warm.
yeah, it's like this pink jelly. Well, because I got really into like hobo culture, and apparently.
They
Back
drink
in the
that
day,
shit. They
yeah.
drink sterno.
But yeah, they would put they usually use like some bread, you know, and then or if you don't got bread, you use a sock. I think I might have used bread, I forget, but
Body of
and then
Christ.
you like put whatever, and then you get a little bit of that juice and stuff, and I think it's like ethanol. It's some shit, but yeah.
Ethanol, alcohol. Yeah.
Yeah, and I drank a little bit of that, and then I was like, I just burnt, and I was just like, and I got fucked up, but I was like, oh, this is no good, because I already, I should get a job, but what was it? Because I'd already been drinking like vanilla extract and shit, like finding like, oh, there's got some fucking vanilla extract over here, let me get this, and
Does vanilla extract fuck you up?
yeah, any extract, any of those extracts that are like alcohol based. So like lemon
I don't
extract,
have a drug problem.
mint extract, any of those extracts. That's why when you go there, you'll see on the bottle either say non-alcoholic. If it doesn't say that, then it'll fuck you up. It's like 90 proof or some shit. It's stupid.
Yeah.
It's like it's a distilled whatever, so it can have the oil clings to it better or
Jesus.
something without the impurities or something. I don't fucking know.
Butt chug that.
Yeah.
You ever drink Vaseline? Or not Vaseline, Visine?
No.
Doesn't that just fucking
I think
nuts up?
I think that'll just make you shit, right?
Now, before it used to
Have alcohol in it?
Yeah.
Why would you put alcohol in your eyes? That
Bill-
sounds
Back in my
weird.
day.
Yeah, Bill Cosby was a big fan of the old school Visine, if you know what I'm saying.
That's a real thing. I didn't know. About
It was
that.
a real thing before, but
Interesting.
now they changed it. They took out whatever.
Oh, maybe they added the additives so people stopped doing that or something.
Maybe
Like, can I hear? I forget.
it's all just a
The Wedding
theory. I've never
Crashers.
tried it on myself.
Well, I forget. There's because there is shit like that where it's like some stuff that they I think like they add stuff to Freon so people don't huff that too. It's like weird shit like that where they add like certain additives so people don't
Trying to
get
blow
high
your
off of them.
buzz.
Dude, sometimes
Exactly.
I open up a Sharpie because I have to use the Sharpie for work, and I'm like, that kind of smells good. Like, you know what I mean? But didn't people used to get high off
Yeah.
of that? They're like,
Yeah, it's called huffing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sharpie.
Yeah.
And I work with a bunch of spray paint.
Oh
It's
my
that
God.
easy for me.
Oh,
If
yeah.
that was my bag.
No, dude, I used to work across the street, like at a warehouse, and there was a body shop. So they would paint, and you could smell the paint coming at
All
you, bro.
day.
And I'm like, whoa, I'm lightheaded. This
Well,
is
like,
crazy.
Fuck yeah.
I came from like a town that was it was like a very very small town.
Where you
It was
from?
I don't want to say, but it,
I got warrants.
He's wanted.
but it was like a very small town, but it was like a dry county, and
Oh,
shit.
Jesus.
yeah, but it was like, and it was also very religious, and
Never
it
understood
was
that.
like it was like hillbilly Arkansas kind of, but it
You're
was
from
it was
Arkansas?
yeah, a little bit, but I was like lived there for like 12 something years or some shit, but I lived there for a while, but yeah, so. We didn't have like a lot of drugs that people would do. Like I this wasn't really what I did. I think I just drank like NyQuil and shit, or like alcohol and weed and stuff. But people would like take Coricidin, like
Oh.
yeah, people would take like boxes of Coricidin and huff gas and shit. And one friend would fucking like crack open a fucking whatever air conditioners and fill up a trash bag full of fucking Freon and huff that shit.
Damn.
Yeah, no, it was like I mean,
You gotta want it, man. You gotta want it, dude.
Duster. I did Duster before during that whole time, but I was
You
just
can get high on
like,
anything if you want to.
yeah. Oh my god. I remember, actually, I think I have some footage of me on Duster. I might put somewhere or whatever for something for the documentary. Yeah, but
Documentary.
yeah, but
Solid.
yeah, just back in the day when you're like a bored kid and shit, and you're just like trying to have some kind of escape because there was literally like nothing else there. There was
Yeah.
like I think people used to go to Walmart for fun,
Shit.
Yeah, or like get high or just do petty crime. I guess I don't know. It was it was very depressing. So then when I came to San Antonio, I did a lot of this stuff that I didn't want to do there because it's like I felt like, oh, if I was doing like those kind of drugs, I just like never leave. When I was in San Antonio, I was kind of like, all right, I'll try this, I'll try that and stuff, and
You saw the buffet was open with all the drugs.
Yeah, no, that's what kind of fucked my brother up and shit because he used to he didn't do any of that like none of that wild shit really, but yeah, he was like really into like pharmaceuticals and stuff like that, and so he came to like San Antonio and had like 3 doctors and fucking and
bunch of painkillers.
yeah. I just remember like the first week he was here and he was just like he just had like so much shit.
Have any of y'all ever had a pill problem?
No.
I took a Xanax a few times in high school. Like we would like take Xanax and drink, and then I blacked out one night and woke up on a trampoline, and I was like, oh, I was like, you can't remember shit when you take Xanax and drink. But it never got me a problem. Like I did it maybe like once or twice after that.
I've never been a pill guy.
But never, yeah. Did a painkiller one time. Because
Is
I
a
was
trampoline what you call a fat hooker?
One time I took something, I woke up in a field. That was wild.
Yeah, dude. This shit like that. I was like,
Do you like pills?
No, not really. Like
I don't like any like.
I like Xanax.
Xanax would pass me the fuck
like,
out.
and by like, I mean it's like I take like a plane flight. You know what I mean? I like to take a little piece of Xanax and stuff, and that really like makes me go, man, this whole fucking thing could go down. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Drink, fuck this. You know, we're going.
I'm afraid to do it because I'm afraid. What if I don't wake up when we land?
No, they'll wake you up.
dude.
But are you just gonna wake up, or are you gonna be completely out of it? Like zonked,
I mean, dude,
zonked out.
I'm not trying to be a dick, but yeah, you get like a little because you don't turn into a bar. You get like a little football, and you like, take half of that,
Just a little
and
piece.
you just like take that, and you're good. You know,
Shot of
and then,
whiskey.
especially this kind of size you are. Not to be a dick, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know,
Fuck you, dude.
It is gonna like make you chill. You're gonna be like fucking fine.
Take 2.
I might need that. That might help.
It really, dude. It really does, especially if you got a lot of
I
anxiety.
have a fear of flying,
it's better
yeah,
than
I'm
it's better than just getting really drunk. Because I did that one time, and oh man, I threw up all over the fucking floor of the of the. I got kicked out of fucking Vegas at the airport at Vegas because I fucking dropped a drink. Because I was like kind of drunk, but I mean I was in Vegas, you know. And I was in the airport, and I was like all nervous, you know. So I knocked over a drink and shit. I didn't go to clean it up because I'm like, that's not my fucking job. I got a plane to catch. and they're like, Alonzo, you can't fucking go on this plane. And then they like wrote a fucking, you're too drunk on my ticket. So when I tried to go to another gate, they're like, no, we see in big red that you can't do it. So I had to go fucking get an Airbnb and stay an extra night. That was embarrassing, but I don't know. But yeah, it's flying scares the shit out of me too. I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it.
I don't hate flying that much.
It's whatever.
I don't mind it.
It's
you
an
know?
inconvenience, but a convenience.
It scares the fuck out of me.
I don't
I'm
like being like that close to people.
Yeah.
But it's like, I mean, if it'll get me there versus 12 hours
If
driving.
they let me steer, I'd probably dig it.
Steer.
Yeah, they let me get up in the front and put on the hat and shit. I'd probably be like, hey, you know what? This flying's not too bad, actually.
It's gotta be fucking boring to be a pilot. You don't. What do you see?
I was thinking about that shit the other day. You gotta be alert. You gotta be awake. You can't be Denzel in flight. Like
real?
you gotta.
I mean, not that bad.
No,
obviously.
it's not boring. You're like, I have so many people's lives in my hands right now.
No, that's
but
what
they're
I'm
on
saying.
autopilot.
Yeah, I think
It's not
90%
boring.
it's
Like-
autopilot, and then you got a co-pilot.
You gotta be
in case you take
alert like a
sleep,
motherfucker.
you know?
They got pilot GPT.
Like, I don't. And then you're looking straight ahead. All you see is clouds. That's it,
You
bro.
see more than that. You see God's creation, dog.
That's looking down.
No, man. Everything. The clouds are.
You're like, oh, the
Pretty
fucking
like that.
sun's in my eye.
I'm just always worried that like some fucking goose is gonna go right into that
The
engine.
engine?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just fucked because I'm like, you know what? I don't see why they don't just sell parachutes and shit at the gift shop. You know, I'd buy one. I'd be like,
Funny.
I feel a lot more happy. I feel so much more secure and shit. And also, I get to go in the front because everybody with parachutes gets to go in the front. You know, so you
That
get it
too.
a lot
I
easier.
can never like skydive or anything because I'm like scared. Like, yep, my parachute is gonna be the one that fucking gets tangled or something.
If I get two, I know they're gonna eat shit.
yeah, I'm like, no, can't. No.
And also, I just don't see like I guess go back to the other thing. It's like, yeah, I would jump out of a plane if it was going down. You know what I mean? Like I would definitely do that if it was going down. But like I'm not gonna just do that
For
recreationally.
funsies.
I mean, I don't know. They'd have to pay me. Like I'm not gonna pay to do that. Yeah, I mean, then I have to
I don't
sit
think
down.
it's cheap either.
And yeah, then you have to sit
No.
down and you have to like watch probably a 2-hour fucking training video from the 80s with some guy with a stupid haircut. And he's like, hey, when you're up in the
Wow.
sky, you can't call him the N-word. And like, wait, what? Why is this even in the video? Hate crimes are still crimes in the sky. I'm like, that's not true. I know the rules.
This isn't your jurisdiction.
I can say whatever I want up here.
It's God's law.
All right, man. Let's wrap up, dude. Anything you want to promote? Anything you got coming up? This will be out on
Oh, yeah,
Monday.
badfirstimpressions.com. Thanks a lot, guys, for putting up
Fuck
with
yeah,
me.
dude. You crushed it.
Badfirstimpressions.com.
badfirstimpressions.com. Buy a t-shirt. We got Ernest Goes to Damascus t-shirt up. Worn by Funniest in South San Antonio, winner Warren Greed.
The King.
The king.
Yeah, he bought
the
it.
king has risen.
Bam, 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 bam.
And so go check that out. The shirts are reasonably priced, I think. And thank you so much for having me on, guys. Thank
Fuck
you.
yeah, dude.
Sure, man.
Thank you a lot. Badfirstimpressions.com.
You got anything?
I think DuderManHomieBro, we're working again on Friday with Bub.
Oh yeah, September 1st,
yeah.
we're
Vault.
doing the Vault. DuderMan
the Vault.
Homebro will be at the Vault with Bub Jenkins and a couple other people. It'll be fun, man. Come check it out.
Yeah, DMHB Pod on Instagram, Jiggy5_ on Instagram. Go to the YouTube page. Subscribe.
Subscribe. Fucking please.
Just hit the subscribe button. Just hit
We
it.
don't fucking flood it.
If
Just
you
fucking
hate watch,
enjoy it,
just
dog.
subscribe. Just do it. Buy a shirt. We got shirts for sale. Pat's got shirts for sale. Every Friday, Blind Tiger. Next Saturday,
I love the Blind Tiger.
I'll be Will Mosley, Blind Tiger. Tonight,
Sugar
I'm at
Will.
LOL. Me and Pat are going to be at LOL tonight. And we're calling our shot. It was a great show. By the time
It was
you
a
see
great
this.
show.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It's fantastic.
All right, boys. I love you.
All right, you got
Love me
anything-
too. Love me too.
Love you too, bro.
All right.
You got anything to plug?
Not just the vault.
All right.
Man's ass.
BabaCoreCore.com. I'm on Patreon now. You got patreon.com/your homie Pat. I got the podcast on there. I got a bunch of comedy clips and stuff. It's not just on the computer. You got it on your app too. You get it on your phone. The Patreon on your phone. Support me, man. I'm trying to get on the road out there. So yeah, help out your boy. And yeah, man. We'll see you next time.
R.I.P. Terry
Peace.
Funk. R.I.P. Bray Wyatt.